Hi friends, today I want to read you the story called Froggy Builds a Treehouse. And this is another great Froggy story that includes a lot of his best friends. So it's called Froggy Builds a Treehouse. And here is the title page. It's written by Jonathan London and illustrated by Frank Remquist. And the main character is, of course, Froggy. Here's his best friend, Max the beaver, and Matthew the turtle, and Travis the bear. And on the outside of the fence over here are two other characters. So here's his little baby sister, Pollywogalina and Frogalina. And they are a part of this story too. Froggy woke up and looked out the window. The sun was rising in the sky like a giant pizza. You see him looking out the window, looking at the sun? And he said, "Pizza," sang Froggy, and that gave Froggy a great idea. He hopped out of bed and got dressed. Zip, zoop, zup, zut, 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 zat. He is getting dressed again and into the kitchen. Then he flopped into the kitchen, flop, 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 and said, "Mom, I'm going to build a tree house. You can do lots of cool things in a treehouse without any adults around, like play cards, tell jokes, and order out for pizza," he said. "That's nice, dear," said his mom. "Are you going to build it all by yourself?" "No, with a little help from my friends," he said. So here's his mom and his little sister, Pollywogalina. Froggy hopped up and flopped towards Max's. Flop, flop, flop. "Froggy," called his mom. "What? You forgot to eat your breakfast, dear." "I'm not hungry," said Froggy. So here's Froggy leaving his house, going across the stream, across the meadow to his best friend Max's house, who is his neighbor who lives in the beaver dam there. When he got to Max's house, he yelled, "Max, Max, come out!" And he told Max all about his great idea. "Awesome!" cried Max. And then the two best friends went over to Matthew's and Travis the bear's house. And then they came back to Froggy's house with hammers, nails, and saws and boards. They are ready to work together to build this tree house. When they started building the tree house with a little help from Dad, first they sawed boards, seesaw, seesaw, and then they nailed them to the trunk of the tree. Can you see how these boards that they're nailing up the trunk of the tree are kind of like steps so that they could climb up, zing, zang, zunk. And then once they were up in the tree, at the bottom of the branches here up in the tree, they started to build the floor of the tree house. "Froggy," called Pollywogalina. "What?" "Me want to help," says his little sister. "Go away," cried Froggy. "No pesky sisters allowed." And I want you to notice how Jonathan London, he's writing these words all uppercase, like that with an exclamation point, like Froggy is yelling down at his sister. That's not very nice. So Froggy started to saw a branch. "Seesaw, seesaw, Froggy," called Frogalina, hopping over the fence. "What?" Now, do you see where Froggy is on this branch? He's on the outside part of the branch, away from the trunk of the tree, and he's sawing on this side. So if he saws this in half, do you know what's going to happen with him? So Frogalina, trying to be helpful, says, "You're sawing yourself off with the branch." He. "Oops, I know that," cried Froggy. "Now go away. No girls allowed. Just me and my friends," he yells at her again. All uppercase letters with exclamation points. Uh-oh. That's not very nice. Frogalina does not look too happy. Froggy and his friends started putting up boards for the walls. "Oops," cried Froggy, but only a few boards fell. So as he's building them down here on the bottom of or at the top of the trunk, I should say, he keeps dropping them and they're hitting his dad in the head. Bonk. Uh-oh. But this treehouse is coming along pretty well. And then he started pounding the nails again. Zing, zang, zowie! Can you see what he did? When he was hammering, he hammered his finger and smashed it with the hammer. Ouch, that hurts. So along comes Froggalina and she says, "I'll kiss it," cried Froggalina. "Yeah," cried Froggy. "Go away," he yells at her. Uh-oh, she's trying to help him feel better, but he doesn't like her idea, so he goes over to his mom. He climbed down and held up his thumb to his mom. She put a Band-Aid on it and said, "Now," and his mom said, "Now do you want something to eat?" "Not until we finish our treehouse," said Froggy, "and then we're going to call out for pizzas to be delivered." So back up he goes to finish the treehouse. By the time they finished the treehouse, the sun was setting. Froggy dropped his hammer. Zonk! "Oops! Watch out below!" he yelled. "We're starving. We want to call out for pizza now." So here's the treehouse. It's completely built. They even have a sign on the door that says Froggy's Treehouse, boys only, it says. And here's Dad, who's taking a break after all that help in building it. So Froggy's mom climbs up and called Swamp Pizza and let Froggy order. "We want an extra large pizza with lots and lots of flies." "Not on my slice," says Max the beaver. "And not on my slice," says Matthew the turtle. "And no flies on my slice," says Travis the bear. "Whatever," says Froggy. So, of course, Froggy likes flies on his pizza because he's a frog, but none of these other characters like flies on theirs. When the pizza finally came, Froggy grabbed the box and started to climb up the stairs here. And he climbed and he climbed and the pizza wobbled. So here's Mom paying the delivery guy for the pizza, and here's Froggy trying to take that pizza up to his friends in the treehouse. Well, as he climbed, the pizza tipped, and just as he reached the top, the pizza dropped down, down, down. "No!" cried Froggy as the pizza was falling out of his hands. Oh no, he waited all day for that pizza. But guess who was there to save the day? Can you see who it is? It is Froggalina. "Oops!" cried Froggy, looking a little more red in the face than green. He was embarrassed that he dropped the pizza, but good thing Froggalina was there. And she said, "Caught it!" cried Froggalina. "Wow!" cried Froggy. "That was a lucky catch." "I have a surprise for you, Froggy," said Froggalina. "If you let me into your treehouse." "Well," said Froggy, "only if I like the surprise," he said. So she wants to come up into the treehouse, but even though that sign says no girls, boys only. But he let her up because she had the pizza and a surprise for him. Now, what do you think the surprise is going to be in her purse here? What would Froggy really, really, really like? Can you guess what the surprise is? So Froggalina scampered up like a monkey, opened the box, and said, "Surprise!" And she sprinkled on lots and lots of flies all over the pizza. And Froggy's like, "Yes!" And the other friends are like, "Oh, uh-oh." "Yes," cried Froggy, "yippee," and he took a big bite. "Yum, this pizza is Froggalicious. Let's call out for another one. Wait, let's make that 5 pizzas." And Froggy and his friends ate the pizza, munch, crunch, munch, and played cards, slap, 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 and told jokes. What a fun setting to be able to hang out there in that tree house with all of his friends. In fact, can you see the setting now? So they started in the early morning time, and now the setting has changed from morning time, passed through the daytime, and now into the nighttime. And they stayed in Froggy's treehouse all night long. So here's Mommy in the window. She's fallen asleep. She's trying to keep her eye on these guys up here in this treehouse. But that seems like so much fun. So I hope you enjoyed that Froggy Builds a Treehouse and got to see some more of Froggy's friends. I'll read you another one tomorrow.